If you've struggled with stress, balance, or burnout, and simply feel discouraged or even defeated, and if you're ready to move from force to flow and enjoy ultimate Zen success in your career, health, or relationships, then the Zen Success Show is for you. Your host, Carissa Sims, is an entrepreneur, corporate consultant, best-selling author, meditation teacher, and healer who has found her own Zen success. Here's your host, Carissa Sims. Welcome to this week's episode of Zen Success. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Lydia Samaniego. Hi, Lydia.
Hi, Carissa. How are you? Thank you for having me on your show.
I'm doing wonderful. We're having quite a snowstorm here in Colorado, so it's coming down. And where are you connecting from today?
I am near South Lake Tahoe in the
Okay.
mountains. Yeah,
Okay.
California. Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin has a home there, so I've been there. Are you covered in snow right now?
No, it's freezing, it's cold, but we've had a dusting up in the mountains. You can see a little bit of white. Down here
Yeah,
we have some in the shade, but nothing.
nothing big. Okay, got it. It's a beautiful place.
Yes.
So let me share a little bit about Lydia for our audience. She is the author of To Hell with You, and she has it in the background there, that big panel in the back. An adventure through tragedy, love, betrayal, and transformation. Lydia is a woman of hope who believes anything can be overcome. She is a teacher, yoga enthusiast, energy worker, sound bath practitioner, and life mentor. She has a BA from USC and an MA from Universidad de Salamanca in Spain. Lydia is the mother of 4 young men and lives in the Sierra Nevada mountains, just like she said, and she enjoys time with family and friends, dancing, singing, hiking, gardening, natural medicine, the great outdoors, and the awesome human potential. I want to come over. Can I come over?
Yay. Yeah, that would be great.
Yes, yes. Well, so happy to speak with you today. I feel like
Same.
we're soul sisters
I
from.
felt that from the first time I met you as well. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so wonderful for you to say that. Thank you. Well, I'd love to hear your inspiration behind writing the book, To Hell with You.
Of course, thank you. Yes. Well, years ago, my then husband and I set out on a journey to find this idea of truth. Why are we here? What's the purpose? How do we live while we're on this planet? And we went with kind of unconventional way of doing it. And what we met was heartache and destruction. And it was devastating, but had I stayed there, I would have become bitter and jaded, and I would have never left that situation or never would have got out of being bitter. And I didn't.
Mm.
I pushed against it. I pushed against the pain. I pushed against the idea that these answers had to be out there. Otherwise, why would I ask? And so the story is our journey and our journey into hell. And then, he didn't come back. And we had 2 sons together, and we came back, the 3 of us. And so as we processed what had happened and the devastation, lo and behold, underneath all the ruin, shining like a brilliant million diamonds, were the answers that we sought out, to find. So then my sons and I, throughout our lives, have been trying to apply these truths and refine them, because they change and they grow and they develop as we develop. And so the book is about the journey and us coming out of it, and then revealing some of these gems that we found and how
Mm.
anybody can apply them to their life.
Oh, wonderful. And then what was the betrayal that you speak about in the title?
You would think that it would be my then husband, but the betrayal was finding out that everything that I once believed, being my family, being my religion, being my culture, being the society, being education, everything that I thought was foundational was not. And that was the major betrayal, because you would think that it would be something more tangible, but it was something very intangible about how processing your own thoughts and information and thus making who you are. That was the major betrayal. Finding out that that was all, you know, a lie at best. So,
Wow, a lie at best. That is incredible, that realization. I mean, you truly had an awakening, a spiritual awakening, I would say, to go through all of those categories that you were saying, your culture, your religion, I mean, everything. That's incredible.
yeah, yes. So you could imagine, that took years to process, because upon realizing all that stuff, it's like, well, then what do I believe in? What,
Right.
who am I? What the heck? How do I even move forward with everything that I ever thought was real being questioned? Nothing was stable. So
Mm,
that took years to process. And in the processing of that came out these truths. And obviously there was pain in losing my then husband, and having
yeah.
to be a mom on my own. So there was a lot of practical pain as well, but that was
Yeah.
the main betrayal.
But at that point, it just didn't feel authentic to you to be in that relationship, knowing what you believed in. Was that how you felt?
The relationship with my then husband, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, for not giving away too much of the story, there was no choice. I couldn't be with him anymore for what had happened, what he had done. So it was, that was a totally different scenario.
Hmm.
So we just couldn't be together anymore based on what he did. And you know, so I don't know. Should I tell you? I don't know. Maybe if I tell you, people wouldn't. I don't want to read it because I already
You're gonna
know.
learn
But
more. No, I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to say. You don't have to say. It's up to you. I'm just probing here.
oh no, please do. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah. Well, I'll tell you, but excuse me. But you can find out why it ended up happening the way it did. But
Okay.
he took a gun to his head and blew out his eyes. So when that happened, it's just like, shoot, you can't go back to that.
I can't believe God spared his life
I
after
know.
that. No, that is incredible. I mean, what a freaking story.
Yeah. Yeah. And the story goes into how it came to that point, how we got to that low of hell.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
came back out of it. And that's why I say, I mean, my pain is different than everybody else's pain. And there's so many people and so many of us, part of life is pain. And this is
Mm-hmm.
one of the gems that everybody's going to go through heartache. But it's how we respond to it, and having the tools to be able to respond to it in such a way that it doesn't jade us and damage us for the rest of our lives. And that's what was lacking. And that's one of the gems that came out. It's like, oh my gosh. So I could heal. My sons could heal. And healing
Mm.
in such a way that you can actually wake up and meet somebody who has a beautiful, blessed life, and actually from your heart feel so thankful that they are happy. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
sorry, I'm laughing about
I
that
know what you mean. I know
because
why you're laughing, because I
because
know.
yeah, because that's so real. It's
Mhm.
like if you bless them and are happy for their abundance and happy for their joy, then that's for you. Then you're in alignment. Then it's your mirror and it's possible for you.
Well, yeah, too. And then that's real healing,
Yeah.
that's real healing, that you can actually feel those things. And nobody can show you how to do that until you process it and stuff. So,
Mm.
um, yeah,
And what happened with your sons? Did they witness that incident with your husband when he chose to do that, or did they hear about it after?
they heard about it after. He was, fortunately, he wasn't with us
Okay.
at that time, and he,
Blessing.
yeah. So my second son, he was just born when that happened, so he was
Mm.
just a baby. And then my other son, he was 3, almost 4, but he didn't do that in our presence.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. And a little bit young to understand. I mean, a new baby and 3. That's yeah. But I did want to share a testimonial about your book from Marcy Sheinmaroff, who's
Oh,
also been on my podcast.
oh, no way. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so
I'm
you're in
so
good,
honored.
yeah, you're in good company. You're in good company. Um, so she says this book offers a transformative blend of personal story and practical advice. Lydia shares her journey in deeply personal and universally relatable ways, offering us insightful, actionable steps for our own growth, a beacon of hope and guidance.
Yay. Marcy,
Yay.
so
Oh
great to
my
hear
God, that is like gold, girl. I mean, getting
you.
someone like that who is just such a spiritual leader, so successful, so authentic and real. How did you get her to read your book and then write a testimonial?
Um, well, I have been part of her Year of Miracles program for years now. Yeah. Are you too? You don't know?
No, I'm not, but I've thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been really great, and I have a great group of women that we meet with bi-monthly, um and then I was working with one of her friends, as you know, just because she was helping me, coaching some stuff, me through
Hmm.
some stuff, and she's friends with Marcy for years. And I asked her, I said, "Do you think Marcy would be interested?" She goes, "Well, you know what? Here, reach out to her." So, because I've, spoken with her like on Zoom, we've just like asking questions. You have that amendment, but I don't know whether she would, she knows thousands of women. So, whether she would remember me or not, I doubt it. But so I did. I reached out to her, and her secretary said, "Yeah, send it over. She
Yeah.
wants to look at
The
it."
Gina?
Yes,
Eugenia,
Gina.
yeah.
Yes. And
Okay.
then so she did, and she gave me that review, and I'm like, "Oh, yay." So, or that
Yay.
endorsement. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, I just, just a message for our audience. Why not reach for the stars? Why not ask for what you want and visualize this amazing person giving you a testimonial? It's awesome. So I was wondering during this time of struggle, betrayal, conflict, chaos, was there anything you can reach out to? For example, sometimes in desperation, people say, God, what can I do? Or angels, please help me. Or maybe they connect with their guides. Was there anyone on the spiritual side of things that you intuitively reached out to for help?
No, because that was part of the betrayal. I had nothing. All of it was taken from me. I didn't
Yes,
know.
your
I didn't have,
spiritual side. You didn't know. Got it.
like, when somebody takes away your spiritual side, man, what do you even hold on to? That was devastating. So everything was challenged. So I didn't know
Mhm.
who to reach out to. However, there was this one thing that I did hold out to. There
Okay.
was when I was a little girl. I don't know why, but there's like this little candle light. You know how when a candle's lit, it has a little light?
Yeah.
There's that light. I don't know where it came from. I didn't associate it with anything at that time because everything was destroyed and I didn't believe in anything at that point, but just the light. And I just, you know, looked at that light in my mind's eye and just, I see a light. I don't know where it's from. I don't know where it's coming
Hmm.
from. I don't know what to call it. I don't even know anything. And I don't even talk to it, but I just remembered it. And
Yes.
then I went and sought every guru, every priest, every pastor, every psychic, every whatever, anything possible. And I would talk to them about what had happened and what I feel. And they would look at me like, you know, you're on your own. I don't know what you're talking about here. And it was, again, devastating because no one could really help me. And what
You're
I
on your
found,
own. What a
I was
gift
on
from
my,
the universe.
yeah, well, it was a difficult gift because it took years. But the thing is, it was inside of me.
Oh, boom, girl. You got
Yeah,
it.
it was inside of me, and all of it was there. And so that was like huge, and maybe that's why I felt that betrayal, because I had to, be the lassos had to be cut with
Yeah.
all that to be able to know and find that massive strength and massive power that every single one of us has, not just me, everyone. But it's in me, it's in you, and we have to find it in accordance to who we are, because I can't make my sons be anything more than what they are or less. And it's everybody is different. So the quest then is to find that power that's within each one of us, which is unique and extremely, extremely powerful.
Mm. That's wonderful. I wanted to share something, personal story that related to that. The power that we have is within. I was doing this meditation. It was like a group meditation on Buddha and the Buddha nature. And, when you were talking about that light and you remembered it, that candle, it felt very much like Zen, Buddha, like remembering a light. Um, but regardless, Buddha came to me, the spirit of Buddha, and got all of this gold and put it in his hand. It was almost like all the abundance in the world. He put it in his hand and then he put it in my heart. And then he said
Oh,
that, see, it is within.
wow. Yeah.
And
Huh.
and that's a thing for me, because part of my life and just society has you focus on the external,
Yes.
getting a house, having two kids, getting married, all of that. And my ideals, I just got divorced in May, and I've kind of I don't know, reprioritize or just started focusing on myself more. But there that does come up in different ways, but this was just a couple days ago, so I thought it was relevant to what you were saying.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That grand, but yeah, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Well, I was open, but that's pretty grand, isn't it? Well, how did you get into energy work and sound healing?
My mother, I'm Mexican American, and so she was very much a natural healer.
Okay.
Uh, she worked a lot with herbs and things like that, and just her mentality. So I've always been interested and kind of had a bent towards that. And then as I just get older, I just been studying more energy work and healing. And again, every single one of us has this capability. It's not unique to one person. And I've been working more with that and working with, there's a lot of names out there for energy work, but so that I just say energy. So
Yes.
that's how I got into that, and I'm still doing that. I'm still pursuing it, and I do also sound healing, and I do a lot of energy work while I do the sound healing, and the sound healing in itself is um, a, a modality for a different kind of healing, and then the energy work with it just kind of amplifies it. Yeah. So
That's incredible. And what type of instruments do you use? Do you have
well,
bowls?
I have
Yeah.
7 crystal bowls, and
Oh, you have crystal.
yes, yes. The pure
Powerful.
entity. Yeah, the pure entity of crystal. Yes. And
Uh,
then I have chimes and my voice. I use my
oh,
voice,
yes.
but
Powerful.
I don't sing any words. I
Okay.
just kind of, I don't know, go with the sound of the
Okay.
bowls and kind of go in with it, kind of like how they do. And I also I use the river because I live by the river and I offer my sound baths by the river. And it is amazing the harmony that happens with the river. It's like something else. I tell you what.
Oh my
So
God, I'm gonna have to book a session with you by the river. Okay.
yes,
I
yes,
am sold. I want the river
you do
in
want the
my
river.
being.
Yes,
I want to be the
yes.
river and have you facilitate that.
Oh, I would be honored. I would be
Does that
honored.
sound good? Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
God. I'm sold on that one. Oh my gosh. Okay. So people can reach out to you to do individual healings like remotely, right? Is that
Um,
is that
yeah,
remotely?
the sound healing?
Yeah.
No, I mean that's in
Oh, you have to do it in
person.
person. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that'll be someday. Not as soon as I thought. I thought I could do it like over Zoom or something.
Well, I mean, I've never done that over Zoom. I mean, there's something else to be said when you're in person because
Yes.
we lay on the granite. They're
Okay.
huge granite slabs and they're heated up by the warmth of the day. So I don't do it right now because it's winter, but and
Yeah.
then the river is right back there. And you know about the river, they have the negative ions that take away the negativity as it goes by. It's just amazing. And then it just
I didn't
uh,
know that. I th
yeah, it's
okay.
quite, yeah, it's something else. That's why you have to be in person because you have to experience it. And the smells and then
Yeah.
the sounds of the wind. And then you just, things just happen with Mother Nature and
Yeah.
sound. So it's hard to capture that in
Oh,
just,
got it. No problem. That's fine. Do you know Geraldine Glass?
I have seen her do stuff because Marcy has used her.
She's used her before. Okay, yeah. So I thought maybe you heard about the crystal sound bowls through Geraldine. Um,
No,
but
actually,
wonderful.
I'm a yoga instructor, so I got introduced to that through yoga.
Oh, beautiful.
Mhm.
That's amazing. So you only offer in-person healing sessions, and it can be a combination of sound or just energy healing, correct?
Correct.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Wonderful. And then when you were growing up, did your mom heal you? So you were exposed to that? Did she do healings on you?
Um, Maybe not like how I do it, but yeah,
Yeah.
she was a very healing woman. Very, very
Yes,
healing.
just her presence. I mean, someone can be healing just by being in the room or their energy or their frequency.
You know what, Krista, you are so right. That's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. Yes.
Yeah, because I've been with some powerful healers in person. The moment I stepped in the room, I felt the healing begin, and they weren't even doing anything. It was just so interesting. It was, yeah, it's a field, really.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a field of
Yeah.
love and creativity and joy. Well, did you go to University of Southern California in LA?
Yes. I
Oh,
did.
okay. So did I. I got my master's there in occupational therapy.
Yeah, I think that's another reason why we connected. Like, you know,
We had that in common.
yes, because I saw that on your one sheet.
Yes, yes, yes. That's amazing.
So fight on, right?
Right, right, right. I know. Well, tell me about your sons and how was it raising them as a single mom? Did you have family support? And how was the transition like for you?
I did have family support in the sense that they were very much there for me emotionally, as much as they could be. My mom and dad, in particular,
Hmm.
you know, after that devastating experience, they embraced us back in, and
Blessing.
yeah, and I was on my own, you know, from the standpoint that financially I had to figure it out with my boys and I, and it was very difficult. And
Yeah. I mean, a new
I
baby and 3 years, that's like crazy.
yeah, and but um, we we were processing everything that we went through, so it was
Yeah.
fell heavy on my heart that they would come out of it. They would not be damaged from it, you know.
Hmm.
And it's funny. Every child reacts differently, and even though my baby, who was just born, who never really met his father, it still affected him that he had that energetic connection of
Yeah.
of the negativity of his dad. It's like incredible, and it didn't show up until he was in his 20s. So it's like, wow.
Wow.
So I
Holy
had,
jinx.
I know. So when he was in his 20s, we went through years of healing and remembering the tools that we had taught, that we had uncovered, and applying them. And it was
Oh,
really difficult. And I did it with my other son, the oldest one, but he was younger. You
okay.
know, when you're younger, you trust your mother, you trust your parents more.
Hmm.
And so we processed it, and so he was able to heal in such a way. And believe me, he had, you know, he was fighting all the time in school and this and that, and you know, he was
Uh-huh.
put in special ed and everything like that. And he was so embarrassed that he was put in special ed. And I told him, I said, okay, well, let's look at the good things. What's good about special ed? Well, you get more
Yeah.
time to do your stuff. You get two more, you know, they pull you out of the chaos of the classroom, because that kind of bothers you. And he said they gave it to you for 3 years. Well, you have 3 years to use it to your benefit, and then get out. And he
Hmm.
goes, okay. And he did. And then he became one of the valedictorians of his high school, you know, and
Oh
he's not,
my
yeah.
God.
So
You're
now
such
he's,
a good mom to help him reframe that because maybe the school, all society, his friends were saying the opposite.
exactly. And he took it to heart and he did it. And, you know, and now he's got a PhD. He's a physicist. He's working on nuclear fusion. So, um, yeah. So, I mean, you know, it's like
Oh,
he,
wow. So you knew he was really smart. I mean, he was really smart. He was probably bored out of his mind in school.
yeah, I mean, he's smart, but he also worked for it. The
He worked
second
for it.
second son is more naturally gifted, you know.
Okay.
So, you know, and then, but see, two different boys, same father, same situation. One kind of lived through it, the older one, so he remembers, he has memories of some of the stuff, and the younger
Uh-huh.
one has no memories whatsoever. But yet, it came out later, that energetic whatever, and it's had to start to cut it. And how do you cut it? How do you cut that energetic cord to not be, you know, following those same energetic negative patterns? And so, you know, all of these gems came from all of that. And so it's
Yeah.
like everybody thinks that life is perfect. People has a beautiful life over there. You know, it's not that way.
No,
You have
it's
to
a
work through it.
facade.
It
It's a
is.
facade.
Like, yeah, it's like, oh, they have a perfect life. No, they don't.
No,
And they're
there's
lying to you if they
always
do.
something.
Yeah. Okay. And the thing is that we're all going to go through crap. And again, it's how do we process it? How do we look at it so that we become a benefit of this supposed negativity or
Ah,
pain
I love
or,
that.
yeah,
Supposed.
yeah,
That's right, because that's a label.
right, underneath the pain, there's this book, that one of my favorite books is the Course in Miracles, and the kind of the underlying theme is that love brings up everything unlike itself to be healed. So the reason why we go through,
Oh,
it's not because we're being punished, and it's not because we're dumb, or that because we don't have our ducks in a row. It's because something is coming up, that pain, because you have to switch it, change it, because that's not who you are. Love brings up everything unlike itself to be healed.
hmm.
We are love. So all the stuff we're going through is to shed it all off so that we can see the true essence and power that we are, which is radiating love.
Oh, wow.
Whoever talks about that? Nobody.
You just did.
Yeah.
You.
But it's like, and that's one
You
of like
mean
the,
not like politicians and leaders and teachers and everyone who we think
yeah,
we should look up to. You're right.
yeah.
Even
This is one
like,
of the truths that one of the, you know, why are we here on this earth? Is to find out who we really are, and who we really are is love, and we come from love. Well, what the heck does that mean? Well, that's another story, and that's another depth, but that's a little bit what the book talks about too, you know.
yeah, that's a beautiful message. Well, I really feel like you are an angel to your sons, and I would say that prevented a suicide. at least for one, for sure.
Would say you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I feel like that is so important. My niece committed suicide at 19.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. It's been so long. I can't believe I'm crying.
I can
It's
believe
been,
it.
it's, it's been like so long, like 20 years. And, it's just like what you're saying, our purpose on earth is to radiate love and find our path. And, when someone dies young, whether it's a family member, just anyone, you hear about it. And I think it just hurts all of humanity's hearts because we all want them to have a full life, right?
Yeah, yeah, we do. And yeah, I know what you mean because there's yeah, I know. Yeah,
Hmm.
there's that deep sorrow that's in there and that they don't know the way out. And that, you
Right.
know, that's one of the reasons too. I think I wrote my book for women, obviously, but also millennials and Gen Zs because they ask. I was a teacher for 20 years almost. They ask these same questions that I did, but within their question was like this devastation, like, well, our parents and our pre-parents before, they just left this world that now it's going to go to hell, and wow, so what hope is there for me? That's what they were saying. So what's all this about? Why? And they're discouraged. Well, it doesn't matter what I do anyway, the world's going to end, and while I'm 50, you know
Hmm.
and but yet there's still this hope that they have within them. They want this.
You
They want.
can sense that,
Oh yeah.
that hope that there is
Yes.
something. Do you believe
Yes.
in hell?
I think we create it.
Human created. Yeah.
I think it is, and it starts in your own mind.
Mm. Hmm.
Like heaven is created in your own mind. And everybody talks about think your thoughts and blah blah manifestation and all that stuff, but it is quite a different animal, because it is very, very true. Life is thought. Now think on that for a bit. Life is thought.
Well, I just think I need some time to process and visualize that because I
Yeah.
haven't heard that statement before.
Yeah, it does take time because you're like, because you think about it, life is thought. So whatever I
Is it a
think, that
hologram? Is it life a hologram? That's a thought. Well, that's a thought that I had, and that's my
mhm.
life. I'm figuring it out.
Everything you think is life that you create. Like the life is
Uh,
you're creating life with your thought. So life is really thought.
mhm.
Then where does thought come from? Thought comes from conditioning, from culture, from society, from education, whatever. And then so whoever's feeding those entities is what's creating your thought pattern. Therefore, what we're creating is what we see now. But if we understood that that was where thought comes from, you can change that. And it takes time and it takes effort to do that. But once you start understanding that, you're going, holy hell. Then you realize that humans have immense amount of power.
Mm. Mhm. Yes. Well, how can we successfully raise children into kind, compassionate, loving humans?
I think we have to be loving, kind, compassionate to them.
Mm.
We have to be honest. And when we mess up and make a mistake, which I always did, yeah, we have to be big enough to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I disciplined you incorrectly. I was angry and I didn't think it through. I messed up here. And if you explain to them as best as you can why, they respond in the most amazing way, because then they realize, oh, because a child can see, not with their eyes, but where they can feel it and they can sense it and they can see it in the aura of the adult when their words do not match the feeling, the aura.
Mm.
So when you try to tell them something that's not true, they already feel that they already feel it. So
Yeah.
when you admit it and they feel it, it coincides with that aura that you have. They're like, I trust you. I respect you. And it changes their life because they are then seated in this deep truth that goes with being honest with who you are, because
Mm,
they see it an adult who has modeled that, because they feel it, and they're very, very perceptive, extremely perceptive.
mm,
So when you respond with honesty and you raise children, treat them the way you want to be treated and how you want them to be, and you're honest, that's the best thing you can do for a child.
mm. Yeah, that's beautiful. Having that authenticity, yeah, and deep unconditional love. I think unconditional love is really nice for children to feel when they're, what society says, negative behavior, or just to love them through it, you know.
Well, let's look at that. What is unconditional love? I mean, to me, unconditional love is however the child comes out, you allow them to be that. And
Yeah.
so many parents like, no, I want you to be like this. I want you to get this kind of education. I want you to live like this. And you need to have 2.4 kids and blah, 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 blah. And this, because this is what's going to make you happy. Well, you know what, mom or dad, you don't know that. You have no idea what's going to make your son or daughter really happy. You really
Hmm.
don't. So unconditional love to me means giving them the space to explore, to find that, so that they can step into that power that they were born here to create, to make. And it could be very, very different than what you ever expected. And do
Yeah.
you have the capacity, mom, dad, to let that and love that child for who they truly are?
Yeah.
And to me, that's unconditional love, and that's hard. That's difficult because you
Hmm.
want, what made you happy, and you want them to experience the same things, but you can't do that.
Yeah.
I am me, and they are them, and really, how dare me put it on them to be what I think is going to make them happy. And
Mm.
so their journey is to find their own way, to find it. And it takes courage, it takes heart, because you go against the what society says, or family, or culture, and you take a road that's very not very well traveled, and so the path is not marked, and
Yeah.
sometimes you fall off the path and roll down the mountain and like, oops, and then you kind of have to get back up there and find that kind of path you started and try again. And then as a parent, unconditional love is, I'm here. You fell. Great. Get up again. Let's go. Don't
Yeah.
give up. I'm here for you. Whatever it is you're doing, I'm behind you.
Yeah. I was speaking of failure. I don't know why this is coming up, but my son plays competitive soccer and he's pretty good, but their soccer team has lost every single game this weekend, this season. I'm sorry. And the season's over for now, but it's just interesting because it didn't seem to bother him. I was like, I felt really sad and like bad for them and stuff. But he was just like so happy, didn't skip a beat. We went, got his food. And so it's just interesting, maybe what I perceived as a failure, he's just having fun.
That's awesome. That's he feels that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure not all kids do, they take it to heart. So I had a question. Why does manifestation not always work, in your opinion?
In my opinion, it does always work. But for example, if you say like, oh, I want to manifest a Mercedes Benz, and and
Oh
so
Lord, won't you
yeah,
buy me a
yeah, and then
Mercedes?
so you think about it all the time, and feel like, oh, what's that
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
feel like?
All
This
the
one,
tips,
yeah,
right?
all the tips that I ever tell you. Well, if you're in your heart of hearts, if you do not believe that you will ever get a Mercedes Benz, it's never going to happen, no matter how much you do it, because you won't believe. So manifestation works, but we have to understand this, that we manifest who we are. And so if you believe that you're unworthy, that you don't deserve for whatever reason, and that's another story, and that's where did that come from? And that's another rabbit hole. But it is a thing. Then that's what you will manifest in your being, in your life. So people say, well, I want to manifest this and this and that. Well, you can only manifest who you believe you are. And so who you
Mm.
are comes from your beliefs. And where do you get your beliefs? Your beliefs comes from conditioning. And then how do you change that? You can't. The only thing you can come to realize is who you are. And again, who are you? You are love. And you are created in love. And if you realize that you're a love, that's the same vibration that miracles happen on.
Wow.
It's like, what?
What is Zen success to you?
First thing that comes to my mind is that peace. I think more than anything that everyone wants is peace, internal peace, that they have found who they are and they are good with who they are. And they may not know where they're going, but there's a certain peace. There's a trust that wherever they go, it will be where they need to be. And I believe honestly that people want that more than anything material and more than all the money in the world.
Mhm. And some may not realize the value of that or that they really want it because of conditioning or whatever it might be.
But when you come into that peace, though, you realize you're quite powerful.
Hmm. Well, it's been such a pleasure connecting with you and hearing about your book, To Hell with You. I'll put your website and how to order it in the show notes. So thanks so much for being on my show today.
Thank you, Carissa. It's been such a fun time. I mean, I love your questions. We went really deep, and I appreciate that because that's cool.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor.
That's it for today's episode of Zen Success. Head on over to iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you listen to shows. Subscribe to the show and share with friends. Be sure to head on over to ZenSuccessShow.com to help you on your Zen success journey. And join us on the next episode. May you find your own Zen success in life.